Well, hey there, besties, and welcome back to the curated home. Today I am sitting out on my back deck, and I'm not worried about what it looks like. I'm not worried about cleaning. I'm not worried about decorating. I am relaxing and enjoying this gorgeous day, and I hope you're enjoying your Sunday, because that's when you should be watching this or whatever day it is. But today's video, I'm going to show you how I made a cute summer vignette out of a can and some Model Magic. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank FITVILLE for sponsoring today's video. FITVILLE is a company that is passionate about foot and leg health. FITVILLE's patented technology makes the soles of their shoes supportive and comforting. While FITVILLE is mainly geared towards offering shoes that are for people with wide feet and high arches, they are also accommodating and perfect for people with plantar fasciitis, diabetes, or recovering from a surgery, or just have an active lifestyle. Whatever the case may be, they have a shoe that will fit your needs. And they also carry tons of other products that can help with overall foot and leg health, but also an active lifestyle. The link to their store is in the description box below. And for the first 50 people who make a purchase, you will be able to use the discount code in the description box below for 28% off of your purchase. Now let's get into some crafting. Okay, friends, I had to speed all of these instructions up because otherwise this would have been a really long video. So start with Model Magic to make your marshmallows, and just warm it up in your hands, get it soft, play with it, and then make your marshmallow shapes. I'm going to link Tracy's channel below. She's the one that has the detailed information on how to do this project. I got inspired to do this from her video, so she'll have all the really good details for you to watch, so I'm going to link that below. Basically, you're just going to apply a coffee grunge mixture that has glue in it, and I will give you the recipes of coffee grunge and this coffee grunge Mod Podge mixture below in the description box. But basically just apply it to your marshmallow, and then I use a heat gun. It works best for me, but Tracy uses a hair dryer. But a heat gun and applying any type of heat to it will cause it to bubble up and give the same effect as an actual roasted marshmallow. You know, after, you know, when you hold it in the flame over a fire, it'll bubble. And some people like their marshmallows burnt to a crisp like me, and some like it just barely brown. But however you like your marshmallow, you can get this exact same effect by just applying the mixture and then drying it with a heat gun, and then applying the mixture and applying the heat, and that'll give you that effect that you want. And you just do it however you like. It's all of them are going to be unique, all of them are going to be different. You do have fun with it and do you. And now I'm going to make the Campfire marshmallow tin. You know how I want a real one, but until I get a real one, the fake one will do. I just picked up I had an old peanut can. I removed the label, and then I mixed some white chalk paint and some apple barrel fawn color paint together just to give it a little bit more of an antique white look. And then I waited for that to dry, and then I cut my label and Mod Podged that on, and that's pretty simple to do. You want to make sure that you get any of the air pockets out, so I'm just using a popsicle stick to do that. And then once the bubbles are out, go back over it again with some Mod Podge just to seal it in. And since I am impatient, I use a hair dryer to speed the process of drying that Mod Podge up a bit. And then the next thing I want to do is give it a red trim at the top and the bottom. So I'm going to mix some apple red with a little bit of brown to just darken that red up and help it to look a little bit agey. And I'm just going to go around the rim and the bottom and make sure that it matches. And then we're going to age this can by using our plain coffee grunge mix, and then I just lather it on and let it sit for a minute, and then I go back and I wipe it off with a baby wipe, and this will give me that aged look. Now you can wipe as much off as you want or as little as you want. Again, you're going to do you, what makes you happy. And if you take too much off, that is okay. You can always go back over it and add more. What I ended up doing once I got it all off was I went back while it was still kind of damp from the baby wipe. I just took my fingers and dipped them in just plain ground coffee and rubbed that over the can, and that turned out perfect for me. Okay guys, let's build this vignette. And if you hear birds or planes, just I'm outside doing my voiceover. Here's a tip. If you have a container like this that you're using to do a vignette and you need to fill the space so that your elements will sit up higher, just put some newspaper and then some cardboard on top to create like a little stand. And that way, I did that so that I could see the full label of the can. And the can's not heavy, so I didn't need anything to, you know, to more substantial than the newspaper underneath of it. This worked fine. And then to camouflage that a little bit, I'm just gonna put some paper shred. And my friend Michelle uses paper shred for everything. I just love it. She uses all kinds of paper shred and things as filler, and I just love her and her channel. So just look at the description box below and check her channel out if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys have, because she's phenomenal. But anyway, so I'm just gonna camouflage this a little bit, and then I'm gonna add my marshmallows in. The thing that I'm using to build my vignette is actually what I was previously using. It's my dad's toolbox. It's really, really big, and I had it as a stand, and I had all of my little garden elements in it. You guys have seen that in other videos, but I disassembled that so I could use it for this little vignette. I want to make this vignette not just pretty, but also functional, and you'll see how I do that later on. But right now, we're just going to add in these marshmallows and try to make them look pretty just in this little corner. Later on, I'll be adding some faux unroasted marshmallows to the can to make it look more realistic. But for right now, we're going to move on to the next section. And again, I'm filling it with newspaper and a piece of cardboard to elevate my item a little bit more, which is my vintage thermos that I'm in love with. I like that it has the red and the cream color top. Because, you know, for summer when you're roasting marshmallows, you might want a little bit of coffee or a little bit of hot tea or maybe even some hot chocolate. So, of course, a thermos is fitting for this vignette. And again, I'm going to fill in that empty space and camouflage the cardboard with more of that wonderful paper shred. And now we're going to start adding in some actual useful items to make this a functional vignette. I'm going to be using this for family dinner. It's going to be our dessert. We're going to have s'mores, and so I'm going to add some 4th of July plates. We're not going to use these napkins, of course, purely decorative and filler. And we're not going to use the treat bags that I put in it. Again, that's just for a pop of blue and to break up some of the red. Again, they're just 4th of July treat bags. I thought they were cute. But now we're going to add our actual graham crackers, a pack of those that we're going to use for our dessert on Sunday. Today, as you guys are watching it. And I'm going to add the chocolate bars. And of course I have to play around with this because even though this is a functional side of the vignette or a functional part of the vignette, I still want it to look appealing and have everything kind of show. And I kind of struggle because the crackers I thought could be my base, but they're not going to fit the way that I want them. So I need to play a little bit, but I eventually figure it out. And there you go. We have a functional, beautiful, whimsical, fun, functional vignette, which is so me. I love to combine things that are beautiful with things that can be functional. I like to use my vignettes, not just look at them, if that makes sense. I think the kids are going to get a kick out of seeing this vignette and being able to actually use it. So you'll have to let me know in the comments how you liked this this project. Let me know if you have tried this before yourself. Just give me your thoughts and feedback. I always love hearing from you guys. Alrighty friends, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that little craft. I know it wasn't like a full-on tutorial, but I will link Tracy's video, and she gives you all the details of how she created that, and that's where I got my inspiration. All of the channels mentioned, all of the things are listed in my description box. I am getting better about making sure I link what I can. And of course, go check out FITVILLE. For me personally, I have plantar fasciitis, and I also have a circulatory disease that affects the blood flow in my legs. So I do struggle at times with swelling and things like that, and walking can be really hard, or standing for a long period of time, or walking for a long period of time. All of that can be really hard, and these shoes have definitely made a difference in managing the discomfort that comes from all of that. So if you are at that age and you are like me, you really definitely may want to check them out and use the discount code that is also linked below, and the link that's linked below, and check out getting a pair of these. They are phenomenal. They really are. We live near a military base, so you can hear, you know, airplanes going in and out sometimes, and I had to pause for a bit because there was a plane flying out. But in next week's video, I'm going to hopefully have a thrift haul. My son and I are going thrifting on Tuesday. I've taken the day off of work, and it is his birthday. I may not film any of that because it is his birthday, and I want to soak in all the moments. You only get one shot at doing this life. So there are moments that I'm not going to film because I just want to live life. I just want to live the moment. So I may not film any of that. Well, I won't film any of that. But I will film my haul and bring that to you guys next week. And we've got a lot of projects that we're going to be working on, and we've got a lot of thrifting we need to do to get ready for the holidays that are going to be here before you know it. So stay tuned if any of that sounds like fun. And if you haven't already, become one of my besties. Hit the subscribe button and become one of my besties. I would love to have you. And speaking of besties, I want to send love and prayers out to Mama Chrisette. Jessica is her real name, and she has the channel Mama Chrisette. I have linked that below. Art's in the window, but you can't. You can't hear any of that. He's saying, please send help. She won't let me out. Oh my goodness. He's a mess. Oh, he is a mess. But back to the seriousness. I want to, I'm linking her channel below. And she won't be posting anything for a little bit. Her husband, she shared in a community post that her husband is basically in congestive heart failure. And you can read details as she shares them over there. But if any of you pray or believe in the power of prayer, please pray for her and her family. She is just a sweet, sweet person. She's a very small YouTube channel, like me. We're small channels. And we have to support each other and lift each other up. So if you could please pray for her, I would so appreciate it. And go over to one of her previous videos. I'll link her latest one below. Go over and just give her some love and leave a message for her. Or go find her community post and leave a message for her and let her know that you're praying for her and her family. And I believe if enough of us do that, we'll see some positive outcome out of the situation that her family is facing. So if you could do that, that would mean so much to me. So until next week, my dear, dear besties, I love each and every one of you, and we will do this all again then.